They have not been the powerhouse team that they were at the beginning of the year.
Now, I don't think they would have made a far run into the postseason.
I got to go with the Pacers to get the win at home on this one.
But all in all, it's the predictions that matter. I got to take the Bucks to get the win at home. I think they win 30-28. What's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Beast. Today, I just want to take a look at everything that's been going on. Well, not everything. Of a few things that have been going on in the NFL offseason so far. A couple that have kind of interested me, and a couple that might have been a little bit shocking. So let's jump right in. The first one I want to look at is Cleveland. I live close to Cleveland, and I hear a lot about and see a lot of what goes on. Obviously, it's no secret that Cleveland just traded for Deshaun Watson. If you look at this one at face value, it doesn't look like they gave up a bunch. They gave up 3 first-round picks, a third-round pick, and 2 fourth-round picks, all in different years. And then the Browns would get Deshaun Watson and a 2024 sixth-round pick. Now, I found this one a little weird, but I expected it from a team such as Cleveland. They were saying all year that Baker was their guy. He wasn't going anywhere. They were running with Baker. But obviously that wasn't the case because they went out and found a new quarterback. Watson's contract, he's going to get almost $45,000 as a signing bonus. His first year, he's only going to get paid about $1 million. I think it's a little over $1 million. And that's in case he gets suspended from everything that's going on with him. The next 4 years, it's a 5-year contract. I don't know if I said it. The next 4 years, he's going to get $46 million. Cleveland spent a bunch of money on him, and this is the biggest contract ever. Not just in the past couple of years, biggest contract ever. And they didn't just beat the old contract. They blew this one out of the water. I think it was by like $60 or $80 million. They're going to give him $230 million over 5 years, fully guaranteed. That's huge. Obviously, I think Deshaun Watson is a great football player. It's just the drama. I don't really like dealing with drama throughout the football season, but it's going to sound mean, but that's kind of what the Browns are. They love it. It's what they do. So it really wasn't too shocking that they went out and found another one. And personally, I think they should have. I didn't think Baker was the right person to turn this team around and make them into a crazy winning team or even win them a Super Bowl. It's just the way they did it that kind of caught everybody off guard, especially after being told that they were out of the race, and not 2-3 hours later, boom, they signed Deshaun Watson. But good for him, getting everything set, playing football again, and having this contract structured basically so he doesn't miss out on a bunch of money. Another one that they did, which I thought was pretty good, they obviously had Case Keenum as backup. They traded him to the Buffalo Bills for a 7th-round pick and then went and picked up Jacoby Brissett. I don't know if it was a money thing. I didn't really look too crazy into their backup situation. Or if it was just kind of we need somebody else back there. Both very good backups, very good. Obviously, both of them have started. They both have starting experience. But I kind of like what they did in a performance level. I'm not going to get too crazy into everything that's going on with Watson right now. Another one I want to talk about is Christian Kirk, probably one of the first receivers to actually get traded this year. Kirk got moved to the Jags. 4 years, $72 million, 37 of which is guaranteed. I thought he was a good receiver, definitely a good 2 or 3, depending on who was out there in Arizona. But he did what I think is a good thing. He didn't go to a Super Bowl roster that was stacked already with a bunch of receivers, crazy quarterback, number 1 running back. He just found a team that would pay him for what he thought he was worth. So I'm pretty cool with it, and especially looking at this roster now, he's going to be joining names like Marvin Jones Jr., Zay Jones. You got Laviscus Chenault Jr., who may or may not be there at the start of the season. I saw some other teams were interested in how he plays. I think one of them was the Falcons. But then you got Ingram, Dan Arnold at tight end, and then James Robinson, who's proved that he can be a pretty good running back. Overall, I think the Jags is actually shaping up to be a pretty good offense. Another one that I saw, and I followed them relatively closely last year. A good team to watch. I like their quarterback, and it was kind of hard not to pay attention to him with everything that happened. The Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders ended up finishing their last season second in the AFC West at 10-7. Made the playoffs, but got bounced in the first round. They played the Bengals. We knew it was all going to be a pretty good game. But I think Las Vegas is a good team. But they had a ton going on last year with everything that happened. So clearly they have some holes that they need to fill. So they went out and got Chandler Jones for 3 years and $51 million. They signed Demarcus Robinson from KC, I think, last week or so, on a 1-year contract. And because I think Green Bay completely screwed up their next season, they went and somehow managed to get the second best receiver in the NFL in Devontae Adams. And all they gave up was a first round and a second round pick. Now just think about that. You have the second best receiver in the NFL, and all you gave up was 2 picks. I think the Raiders basically just won the offseason with that move right there. But they did pick up Adams for 5 years, $140 million. And I think it's pretty safe to say that the Raiders are winning that division. It's going to be a weird division to watch with all the moves that have happened. But I think they're pretty stacked, and he's got a good quarterback in Derek Carr. Got to give it to him for that one. Now I have 2 off-season moves that actually shocked me, where I actually kind of dropped my jaw. One of them was the Matt Ryan trade. Now, and it wasn't shocking in the way, I can't believe he went here and he got so much extra money, and I can't believe they paid him that much, yada, yada. It wasn't anything like that. But Matt Ryan got traded to the Colts. In return, the Falcons get a 3rd-round pick in the 2022 draft. Now, the Colts are going to take over the remainder of his contract, and how they restructure it after that is obviously completely up to them. But his contract does have I think 2 years to go. Matty Ice's base salary is going to be set at about 17, I think a little over $17 million for his first year. Now, like I was saying, this one actually kind of shocked me. Shocking because I thought Matty Ice was going to spend his next 1 or 2 years and probably retire as a Falcon. I just never expected him to go somewhere else. And number two, the need for a quarterback in Atlanta made them pick up a quarterback that not a lot of us have seen in a good while. And why he was sitting back up is beyond me, because he's absolutely capable to be a starter. And they ended up signing Marcus Mariota. So I'm super interested to see what the Falcons do with him, and if he performs as well as I've seen him be able to in the past. Now, the last one was physically shocking. Tyreek Hill goes to the Miami Dolphins. Now, they gave up a pretty penny for him. They as in Miami did not make out like I think the Raiders did. In 2022 alone, they gave up 3 picks, a first round, a second round, and a fourth round. On top of that, in 23, gave up another fourth round and a sixth round. Now, just 6 picks for a powerhouse, completely offense-changing person like Tyreek Hill doesn't seem like a lot, but they, as soon as they got him, signed him, and gave him an extension, a 4-year, $120 million contract, which will make him the highest paid receiver ever in history. Over 52 of that is guaranteed at signing, and if he's on the roster in 2023 for the 5th day of the year, his 2024 salary is completely guaranteed. So good on him. But then you actually look at the roster. He's going to be playing, along names like Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Parker, and tight end Mike Gesicki. So obviously an instant upgrade and almost a certain contender for next year's Super Bowl based on how this roster looks right now. So those are what I had for you today. Some of the off-season moves. Like I said, some of them that kind of shocked you. But yeah, that's it. My name's Corey. Thanks for watching another episode of Sports Beast, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, everybody, for watching another episode of Sports Beast. Don't forget to check out some of our other videos. We're always trying to grow our Sports Beast community, so don't forget to
like,
comment,
and subscribe to Sports Beast.
Thank you.